Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about texture from a skincare and from a makeup perspective. Let's go. Alright guys, so hopefully you caught the original video where it was really up close and personal and I was just taking you through all the signs of aging that your girl sees and how I address it from a makeup perspective. Well, the next few videos I want to actually dive into each of the areas specifically and just kind of talk a little bit more of how I approach them from a skincare perspective and what I look for in makeup and kind of give you some of my favorites. So today's all about texture and we're going to start with the skincare perspective. Now I have to stop and disclaim here and say nothing beats your diet, your exercise, and your water intake. I know we don't want to hear it, but y'all, nothing is going to improve your overall body care and skincare like just paying attention to your diet, making sure you're exercising, and make sure you're drinking that water. Period. If you don't take anything else away from this video, take that away. We know it, but we don't want to do it. So just do it. Now from a skincare perspective, when it comes to my skin texture, I accredit the improvement that I see from three main things, and that's going to be niacinamide, daily exfoliation, chemical and physical, and sunscreen. Let's talk about niacinamide first. I feel like niacinamide has been the biggest and heaviest hitter that I have seen improvement with in my skincare routine. Now I do talk about this in my video where I'm talking about new additions to my skincare, and I will link that video down below and up above further along in the video for you guys. I will also link the original video of me kind of going through my issues as well. I don't think I mentioned that. And also don't forget to like and subscribe, join the team because we're going to be talking about this in detail, and I would love for you to join the family and comment down below with any type of texture, skincare pieces that you think have improved it, as well as the makeup that you look for. Okay, now back to the video. Niacinamide, I feel like it's just been the biggest, heaviest hitter. Niacinamide has a whole lot of benefits. It really is just a powerhouse ingredient that you should just use in your routine, period, for so many different issues. But for me, it has really improved the overall texture of my skin. Now, my favorite, and honestly the only one I've ever used, is this one right here from Good Molecules. I mean, I just think this one right here, I just love it. And this is 10% niacinamide, and it helps refine skin texture and minimize pores. The reason why I love this is because I think it's fantastic for someone who doesn't have a large budget. I'm pretty sure this costs about $6 or $7, and for $6 or $7, I love just the look and the feel of it. It's a heavy glass bottle, it's frosted, it has a dropper, but it also has this plug so it cleans it out. It's just a well done product in my opinion. I really love Good Molecules, especially if you're someone who is on a budget. But another reason why I think this is so fantastic is because if you are someone who's just now starting to add a little bit of complexity to your skincare routine, you're probably going to want to be like me and get more concentrated at first, just to kind of make sure you know what you're adding into it, and so you can kind of evaluate the effects a little bit better. So I really like using concentrated pieces, and Good Molecules does a great job of that. And also though, if you're someone who just wants to add it to your moisturizer or add it to something else, it's easy to just drop it in something else, rub it in, and apply it. So it's easy to use, it's so affordable, and it is a heavy hitter. This is a product that when I ran out of it the first time, I immediately saw that I needed it back in my routine. Immediately. This is something that I will continue to purchase. I do not run out of this, and I really do hands down contribute the majority of the improvement in the texture of my skin to niacinamide, 100%. The next thing is exfoliating. Now I do alternate between chemical and physical exfoliants, so that's why I exfoliate pretty much on a constant basis, because I like to switch things up. They say you don't want to physically exfoliate every day and you don't want to chemically exfoliate every day, so I just kind of like to keep them kind of alternating across the board. Now, when it comes to physical exfoliant, so that's a scrub. That's a product that you feel the exfoliant in and you're physically exfoliating your skin as you use it. Now, I love a good scrub. I'm always trying out new scrubs. So when it comes to a scrub, I don't necessarily have a favorite right now. I just keep on rotating through. I will say though, I do like products that have more of a fine bead, not a huge, chunky, thick, bead in it, just something nice and fine. And I do like a thicker scrub. I just find that it's easier to be more gentle on the skin, because one thing you don't want to do is get a very chunky scrub and scrub your skin to death. You know, that's actually probably going to cause the opposite effects. It's also going to cause micro tears in the skin. So you might see that you're almost being too harsh and too dry, and you're just seeing the opposite effect. So really pay attention to the scrub you're using and the size and the feel of the granulars inside that scrub. Now, one of the newest samples that I got that I really do like is this daily micro exfoliant from Dermalogical. It's this right here. I think I got this, I want to say I got it from maybe, it was a Sephora Beauty Rewards. I have a lot of points, and I think I ended up picking this up for about 100 points, but I love this. This is so beautiful because it's a powder. Like, it's a powder that you add to your wet hands, and you add a little bit of water to it, and then it turns into this paste that you use to physically exfoliate the skin. And the beads and the micros are so small, but it does a good job, like especially around my chin and around my mouth and right here where I really get those white heads. This does a beautiful job of just getting in there and scrubbing it all out. And it doesn't even take a lot of pressure, which I absolutely love. I'm not pulling and yanking on the skin. It's just doing a beautiful job of really exfoliating. And I can see when I'm done, my skin looks so good, and makeup and everything just goes on the skin beautifully. And that's another benefit of daily, or making sure you're exfoliating the skin, is you'll just see a difference in the appearance of the skin, but you'll also see a difference in the application of your makeup and the overall look of your makeup as well. So, heavy hitter. Now, when it comes to chemical exfoliant, so that stuff that kind of helps with the skin turnover and the resurfacing from a chemical perspective, I really like the ones that you put on your face and you kind of let sit and then you wash off. I just feel like I really like those. I think they do a good job of really improving the overall feel and look of the skin. It just kind of feels like it's working more from the inside, maybe out, I feel like. But I think the combination of the two really does improve everything. Now, when it comes to exfoliants, one of my favorites is this one right here from Biossance. Now, this is the Squalane and Glycolic Renewal Facial. Now, overall, to be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of this Biossance line. I'm not a big fan of squalane. I feel like for my oily skin, it's really greasy and it really takes a while to sink into the skin. So a couple of the other products I've used from this brand are just not, they're just not my go-tos. But I did end up getting this. I think I bought something else and I ended up getting an option for a deluxe sample, and I got this, and I've had this, and it's a lot in it. Like, this is what I like. When you give me a deluxe sample that I can use for a while, you gonna get my business. Seriously, you gonna get my business. This one right here, it says it exfoliates, refines, and boosts radiance. Yes, yes, yes. This bad boy right here tingles immediately, and tingle is just the nicest word. It really hurts. This stuff burns. It says to keep it on the skin for 3 to 10 minutes. If you can keep this on your skin for 10 minutes, you're the real MVP right there, because this is so intense on the skin. It takes everything I have to get to 5 minutes, 100%. Like, it tingles, and it tingles deep, and it tingles long and hard, and whoo, I'm just having a flashback of what it is. But when you take this off, your skin looks so glowy and so smooth and so healthy and so plump. It is absolutely amazing. This is one that if you like feeling your skincare, you're really gonna like it. But if you're just starting out, it may just be a little bit intense, and it it might kind of throw you off of the path of a chemical exfoliant, but this one does a really great job, but it's one of the most powerful ones I have ever used. It's intense, but it's good. Now, I also love, again, Good Molecules, this overnight exfoliating treatment from Good Molecules. This is a formulated 10% AHA and BHA treatment that helps resurface and renew the skin. Now, this one you actually want to put on clean skin at night, and you just go to bed with it, and you're supposed to use it up to 3 times a week. Pay attention to that. Don't be going crazy. 3 times a week. Use it 3 times a week. Don't be going too much for this one. This one does not tingle like that one does. It might the first time you use it, but I don't feel like this one has any type of the intensity that the other one has. But when you wake up in the morning, your skin just looks and feels so renewed, so refreshed. It's absolutely beautiful. And again, I know this didn't cost anywhere close. I know it was under $10. I know it was. Again, this is why I love Good Molecules. They are so specific on the ingredients, but they do what they do very well, and it's very affordable, so it makes it easy for everyone to be able to add some good stuff to their skincare routine. But that is one of my favorites. That one's always in rotation. That's another one that if it runs out, I'm buying some more. It's got to stay in the rotation. Now, sunscreen. I really do feel like we underestimate the power of sunscreen, especially us melanin skin divas. I know melanin is beautiful. I know black is beautiful. I know black don't crack. But y'all, stop playing around with the sunscreen. Get some sunscreen in your life. And I also recommend, just in my opinion, that you don't just depend on the sunscreen in your foundation. So if you have a foundation that has SPF 15 or SPF 20 in it, still put on some sunscreen. Just double it up. You know, why not give yourself some double layers, right? Just give yourself some extra help. I just feel like we underestimate the damage that we get from the sun on a cloudy day, on a rainy day, on a sunny day, period. Get yourself some sunscreen. Now, if you're like me and you don't want to add another step in your routine, get a multitasker. Get a product that has moisturizing and SPF in it, or get a primer that has SPF in it. Find something that pulls double duty but that still has SPF in it for you. Regulations are at least an SPF 30, and you really should aim for broad spectrum, and that's going to help with the UVA and the UVB rays. Just get it. If you're someone who doesn't wear makeup and you don't want a sunscreen that leaves a cast, there are so many different sunscreens out there now. Sunscreen has come so far. There's even sunscreens specifically made for women of color. Just stop making excuses. Stop making excuses. They come in all different price ranges. You can get a Walmart version. Greater Value has one. Target has one. CVS. Everybody has a sunscreen that you can afford. So stop making excuses. Now, when it comes to my favorite, y'all know I've talked about this a bunch of different times. It's the one by Supergoop. It's this 100% mineral matte sunscreen. It's the smooth and poreless. It's broad spectrum, SPF 40, and I'm telling you, this is my boo thing, and yes, it comes with a heavy price tag. I want to say this is $36 or $37. It does come with a heavy price tag, but number one, it pulls double duty. So this is my primer and it's my SPF. It's SPF 40 and it's broad spectrum, so it's UVA and UVB, and this not only does it multitask, but it does it well. This provides a beautiful smooth finish to the skin, and it also helps control my oil. So for something that helps control oil, smooths the skin, and has an SPF in it, $36 I'm okay with. I'm okay with it. But again, if that's too much for you or you don't want to pay that much, there are so many different alternatives out there. There's no reason why you can't get it. There's just no reason. Now, along the same lines and talking about what I look for when it comes to makeup, I don't necessarily look for the smoothing properties in a foundation. As someone who prefers a natural light to medium finish in my foundation, a lot of times you're not going to get a thick coverage from that type of foundation. So I don't look for the smoothing from the foundation. I really try to get that in the skincare, and I really try to get that in the primer's perspective, which is again why I really love this one from Supergoop, because again, it controls the oil, it creates a very smooth base. This is one of those that you don't realize how smooth it's actually making the skin until you don't put it on. One time I just didn't put it on because I didn't think it was doing anything, and you could really see the difference. So I really like using the primer to get that smoothness, and again, the Supergoop heavy hits and double duties like nobody's business. So that is my skincare and my makeup perspective when it comes to texture. Please stay tuned to the series, because I am going to be breaking down all those different points and really talking about the skincare and the makeup that I love for those particular concerns. So I hope this information helps someone else out there. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up, and while you're here on my channel, take a look around, see what else your girl has to offer, and if you're liking what you're seeing, hit that subscribe button, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.